In this video, I'll be ranking every web novel. First off is Shadow Slave, which rightfully goes in S tier. This is a must read. This series is undeniably amazing and so easy to pick up. Sunny, or Sunless, is the main character, and this world is based in an Earth future where a disease known as a nightmare spell that puts people to sleep is slowly infecting the world. Sunny gets infected by this nightmare spell and has to conquer a nightmare. With trickery and a good amount of lies, he's able to succeed in this endeavor only to be met with much more horrifying things. The power system, storytelling, and side characters really make this my top spot for the S tier. Next is I Only Level Up. This is the web novel version of Solo Leveling, and the only reason this is A tier is because there's a manhwa and an anime over this, which is just easier to read and digest. Otherwise, I would put this in S. This might be the nostalgia talking because this was my very first web novel, but that classic power system and OP main character Sung Jin Woo put this a cut above the rest. Or maybe I'm just a fiend for overpowered characters. Next is Author's POV. This one is about a shut-in named Rin Dover, who wrote a popular novel and then got transported into said novel. The main character has his whole turn-on for chess references and plays the I'm so smart card, but I honestly like it even if it is a little cringe at times. The concept is cool and the power system is basic, but it gets the job done. The main thing that puts this one all the way down to the B tier is because of the basicness of it. It's like a filler book to me, and even though the ending in my opinion was good, it was definitely just an okay novel overall. After that, we have Lord of the Mysteries. This is an automatic S tier. Klein, the main character, is funny, smart, and talented. Klein is a transmigrator who has to survive through some insane situations, all while being weak, and only making up for his lack of power through strong allies and using all of his wits to outplay his opponents, with of course an OP move, the Grey Fog. The world building is insane, and it has the coolest system by far with the 22 pathways of Divine, the Beyonders, and all that. Also, the fan art alone just makes this so good. Next is the father of web novels, aka Jobless Reincarnation, aka Mushoku Tensei. This is one of the best fantasy novels that I've ever read. The only thing wrong with this whole novel that does not put it in S tier, instead it goes to A tier, is the freakiness. The main character is freaky, the author is freaky, the side characters are freaky, everyone's getting their freak on. But overall, Rudius Grey Rat, aka the main character, is absolutely amazing. If you kind of ignore all that weird stuff that he does, the power system is good, the world building is fantastic, the story arcs are amazing. It's just an overall good novel if you can look past the weirdo freakiness stuff. Next is Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which is about Kim, who is the only reader of this certain book. And then, oh no, the book actually comes to life, kind of like Author's POV, but Author's POV is the ripoff of this. And Kim is kind of the GOAT, but also really cringe. He already read the book, so he knows what's going to happen, so he pre-plans all these events, and the duo protagonist that's in the series is absolutely amazing. I mean, seriously, this one is really good. Automatic S tier for me. Next is Tbate, or The Beginning After the End, and this one is about a man named Arthur Lewin who got reincarnated as a young child. He was a quadra-elemental mage, a true prodigy. He fought in a bunch of wars. He learned a bunch of things. This is basically one big training arc. He then had to learn a whole new system of ether. This one is definitely going inside the S tier for me. They also have a new season of the manhwa coming out as we speak. Then we have Rezero, which is about a man named Subaru who got transmigrated into a fantasy world, but he didn't get any of the super special skills. Instead, he only got one power, which is Return by Death. And this Return by Death isn't like some other ones where you get to keep your physique or something. No, everything is like a dream to him, and when he wakes up, he has to completely restart his training and everything else, only barely being able to learn some techniques that he picked up in his previous revolution. Next, we're going to be doing a double rating of Throne of Magical Arcania and Circle of Inevitability, the second book of Lord of the Mysteries, with both of these going into the A tier. These are both really, really good. Throne of Magical Arcania is about Lucian Evans, who gets transmigrated into another world after a fire, and this whole world has magic that's based around science and mathematics. It is really, really good, and you can definitely see some hints at Lord of the Mysteries, with some people even sharing the same name. Now, Circle of Inevitability is actually after and in the same universe of Lord of the Mysteries. This one follows not a transmigrator and the main character as last time, but instead a new person who is born of this world, Lumion, and Lumion is absolutely amazing. He's basically the main character of Lord of the Mysteries, but if he was kind of stupider, but it's okay, it's not his fault he wasn't transmigrated. This one is still currently being written right now, and it is really, really good. I definitely recommend both of these. Cuttlefish has cooked 3 times now, and I love him as an author. Now that I've armed you with this wealth of knowledge on web novels, I need you to subscribe right now.